As the airplane starts to accelerate, the biggest thing is maintaining control of the airplane and keeping it on the center line.
Okay, power set left and right. We got 95 knots.
You hear the engines thrust up. We're finally rolling down the runway. That was the exciting part of the trip.
United 227, taxi into position and hold.
As Flight 1713 speeds down the runway, the controller has already turned his attention to the next flight in line.
B1.
All right.
We, are picking up speed and then lift off.
Rotate. Positive rate.
Damn it.
The plane is barely off the ground, but there are signs of serious trouble.
What's happening?
Don't worry, Jason. We lifted off the ground and then there was a sharp bank. A very short time later, it banked back the other direction. It was just like, what's going on? Everybody is screaming at this point. I'm just like, something's wrong.
In the tower, controllers have no idea that anything is wrong.
United 227, please advise when at runway.
Tower, somebody just crashed on 35 left. Big fireball.
Continental 1713. Tower. Emergency. All fire and rescue to 35 left. We think we had a crash at DC-9.
Okay, let's take it from the top.
Look, first I heard from them, they were already at the runway. I mean, it kind of took me by surprise, actually.
Continental 594.
Tower.
The controller thought the next flight in line was Continental 594, but he was unable to make contact with that plane.
Denver Tower, the number one on the runway is
Continental 1713.
1713. Are you an MD-80?
Negative, sir. DC-9.
I don't know how 1713 got there, but there he is.
The controller explains that all of a sudden, Flight 1713 reported being at the runway.
Should have gone from the gate to the de-icing facility, then taxied to the runway. But first I heard from him, he was already in position at the runway.
The revelation leaves investigators with a crucial question. Did Flight 1713 neglect to de-ice before heading for the runway? Ice on the surface of a wing can be deadly. It can disrupt the wing's ability to produce lift, leading to an aerodynamic stall. That's why in winter conditions, planes must be de-iced before every takeoff.
For aerodynamic reasons, you don't want that any ice adhering. It distorts the airflow and has an adverse effect on lift or the airplane's ability to fly.
Investigators check with the de-icing supervisor.
So it was fully de-iced then out to the runway.
His records show that Flight 1713 did de-ice before going to the runway. Investigators are no closer to understanding why the plane couldn't climb out safely. but they are very close to hearing the final moments inside the cockpit. The recording is intact.
It's like going through a car wash.
Unmistakably de-icing spray.
In this particular case, the cockpit voice recorder even picked up the sound of de-icing fluid hitting the fuselage.
The de-icing was something that I'd never seen before. You see foam just getting shot all over the plane and the windows.
That's it. De-icing complete at 1:47.
So we knew exactly when that de-icing procedure began and exactly when it stopped.
Start them both.
Okay.
Investigators now know exactly when the pilots restarted their engines and left the de-icing bay. They wonder if there were any other factors that could have affected the plane before takeoff.